Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your July 2021 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Aquarius. July 2021 money and career, Aquarius. July 2021 money and career, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels. Ooh, there we go. Should we take those other two? Yeah, we should actually. Okay. Fantastic. You see? Aquarius. July 2021 money and career, Aquarius. Aquarius. July 2021 money and career, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. At the bottom is our rooted self. The top is the energy that grounds us, and of course the bottom is the energy that grounds us. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, oh, I love that, the 3 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. Oh, that's such an interesting thing, because these two are the ones, excuse me, that fell out by themselves, were put back, and then Spirit said, no, take them back. And these are the warnings, okay, but these are the blessings. So we're going to be grounded with energy that blesses us, absolutely, and energy that is telling us to be very mindful of hurtful, hateful energy that has been building up within us, and it has to do around money and what we think that we can be successful at, and it's going to counteract money and what we think we can be successful at. So that's so interesting. What crowns us is strength, and then also the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is us right here. And this is going to be our own personal battle. And I love how they go just like this. It's kind of like a line in between that's dividing them. So let's see what our chakra energy is for this time. Aquarius, July 2021, money and career, Aquarius. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Holistic health, and this is one of my absolutely favorite cards. So it's the root chakra, and at the root of all of us is our holistic being, but also our holistic health. So often we like a pill to solve things, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But it's also knowing our body, knowing what we can eat, what we can't eat. And food is astoundingly important, and it's going to be different for each and every person. What vitamins and minerals and nutrients does our body crave, and do we need? Holistic health is also looking at things in a different light, saying what makes me energized, what brings purpose and power into my life, what is healing me, even if we might not know why it's healing us. It could be also looking at acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine. It can be looking at, massages and different things to ease the body, to help us along. And yes, those things are expensive, most definitely. But it can also be just looking at the food that we're eating. What's energizing us? What's fueling us? And how are we embracing who we are and who we want to be? Because there's going to be something here as it fell and was hidden, that was hidden from us. Something holistically, something that embodies us, just really helps heal us. And if you have problems with your stomach, all right, look at sublingual vitamins. I take these, and these are absolutely amazing, where they just melt in your mouth. Because, if you swallow them, you have to digest them. So if you just let your vitamins melt in your mouth or take them under the tongue, that is a way just to get those nutrients right into you. So that's also going to be something that can be very beneficial. And let's look here at the energy we have to be mindful of. What is the energy that Aquarius needs to be mindful of? July 2021, money and career. What is the energy that Aquarius needs to be mindful of? July 2021, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Queen of Wands. Now this is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is passion and determination, and making passion and determination everything. Why? Because we're going to be very drawn to this. As a person during this time, we are going to be drawn to the go-getters, to the ones that don't let anybody push them around, to the ones that seem to have all the answers. And here's the thing, they have the answers, but for themselves. And maybe even they don't have all the answers for themselves, they're still figuring it out, because life is a journey. It is something that has tremendous amount of layers to it. And what might be right for us today might not be right for us tomorrow. So we're going to be very much drawn in by people we see as successful, people that we see as having that fire, having that passion, having that drive to them. And we're going to think, oh, I have to be like them. What we need to say is, okay, I love their tenacity. I love their go-getter attitude. I want to embrace that. I do not have to be like that. I don't have to be them exactly, though, or do exactly what they do. And the holistic health, why that's important during this time, because you might be thinking, Dane, what the heck does that have to do with my money and my career? Once you start feeling better, once your body stops hurting, once your brain starts to clear, all of a sudden decisions can be made, and prosperity can be pushed forward in ways that you hadn't imagined. And so it brings us to the Ten of Pentacles. It brings us to wealth that lasts for generations. Now, it can actually also be going back to kind of like old wives' tales, right? This sense of, this is what my great-grandmother said that you should eat to make you healthy. This is what I'm going to try and eat now to see how that improves my life. We might be going back to older things, kind of things that we might not think have the wealth or the value to them, but wind up being a life changer for us, wind up, really bringing us forward in prosperity and in abundance, and opening up a road to us that we hadn't had open before. And it might start in such an innocuous way, in a way that makes us think, oh no, this will lead to nothing, but all of a sudden it starts to lead to everything. This is also blessings that were spoken over us. We are dealing with here the curses that were spoken over us. So with curses, it's just the negative things that weaseled their way into our head and make us doubt ourselves as we're moving forward. With the Ten of Pentacles, these are the blessings. These are the you can do it. These are the anything is possible. Things that we hear. And it's being able to grow in this. The thing that we look at when we look at prosperity and we look at success, we have this very finite way of looking at what real prosperity and success is. And it's not the way that Spirit looks at it. So Spirit says here, embrace what you have an abundance of within your soul, within yourself, or what you had an abundance of before the world knocked you down. And your gift might be to be a loving, caring, kind person, even though you've lived through heartbreaks and pains and disappointments, to get up and to still be a beautiful being. That's an extraordinary thing. It really, really is. And the Ten of Pentacles is calling in wealth. It's calling in, listen to ancient wisdom, listen to wisdom, connect, see what others are missing because they're so busy in the hustle and in the bustle of everything that they're going to miss the true blessings. But if you step back and you say, okay, let me look at what's here. Let me look at what I want. All of a sudden, you're going to be able to make connections that others cannot make. Here, this Ten of Pentacles is so interesting because the older man is petting the dog and talking to the young man who's looking at the dog. So he's not really looking at this information, but he's looking at the dog that is seeing the man. So the man is bringing information that is wise to the point that it seems like only children and animals can see it and are drawn to it. It's kind of like when you have a really kind person, they kind of pull themselves back from the world and connect with children and animals much more readily or much more easily. And this is going to be a time where we need to step back and see, okay, what is drawing this kindness? What is drawing this connection to those who aren't in this crazy hamster wheel yet of traditional ideas of success and prosperity and bounty and desire? And it leads us then to being able to call forth a celebration within ourselves, being able to say, this is what I want, this is what I desire, and this is who I am. And the Six of Wands says, celebrate you. Why? Because if you don't celebrate you, who the heck will? This isn't a sense of being egotistical or being overly pompous. This is a sense of, I need to believe in me. I need to love me. I need to embrace who I am. Because if I don't, then the game's over. If I don't believe that I will be successful, I won't. I will close the door on myself, and everything will be hidden away. This is a time to embrace success and bounty, prosperity and abundance. This is a time to break down barriers that we have built within ourselves. I'm just going to take a sip of water. And it brings us then to having tremendous strength. People are going to see us as successful, powerful individuals. They're going to see us as people who break down barriers during this time. Are they going to see any struggle? No. They see a blessing that was spoken over you. Okay, so it's like, instead of malevolence, it's the good fairies coming in from Sleeping Beauty, right? Yeah. And here we have the success. It's like, I'm carrying this blessing forward within my life. This is my strength. This is my dignity. This is my pride. This is the essence of me, and I will move forward within it and around it forevermore. So the strength here blesses our career, to move forward within our career, and our purses, our wealth, or what we value as much as money. Now it's so interesting because then we move to this section. And the Three of Cups for me is always, okay, no matter how it comes, it is always the people who should have celebrated us in our lives, the people who are in our little corner of the world, and they should have been there. They should have been there for us, and they just couldn't be. And yes, it's remembering, and it's surrounding ourselves and focusing on the people who are there for us, the people who love us and care for us and have shown us that time after time. But we cannot help the words of a parent who we didn't really connect with coming into our mind, or a caregiver we didn't really connect with coming into our mind. We can't help but have the words of a teacher or a sibling or a lover who knocked us down, who told us we would be nothing, and who we believed because we were vulnerable. And these are the words that come back to haunt us, and it leads us to the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a poverty mentality. The Five of Pentacles is, I'm going to have to fight. I'm going to have to fight for every single penny that I get. And I'm just going to have to keep on fighting. The Five of Pentacles is hurt and pain and disappointment, and it's the echoing of the you can't. And that's what we're fighting against here. We're embracing so much of a yes I can, and yes I will. That the you can't, people aren't going to see that. They aren't going to see that we are the knight. That we are the page, the person who's becoming the knight, the person who's learning to defend and to stand within their power and their mind and the essence of themselves, and to cut through doubts and fears and hurts and pains and see this beauty, see this prosperity, see this intensity, and know who we are, and know who we were, where we want to be, and know truth. Our truth, when we speak it, when we hear it, and when we go after it. And so when it comes to our career, and when it comes to our money, there's going to be this mentality of, I don't deserve this blessing. Because we might have had somebody who blessed us, but we also had somebody who cursed us, who said, no, you can't. And always within our minds, it goes back to kind of our lizard brains, the can't has more weight than the can. And during this time, one of the greatest strengths that we will have to go through is to say, oh, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can. Go after this dream. Oh, yes, I can have this blessing. The page is the learner. The page is the one who's discovering. And that's what we're discovering here. We're discovering the strength that we have when we thought we didn't have it at all. We're discovering the power that we have when we thought we were powerless. And so that's the greatest strength. And that's the greatest knowing. And it's out of kindness and respect, because we might have had people in our lives who demanded respect, who demanded and showed their strength, through being overly domineering or just by being domineering. And the strength that comes forward here with the Page of Swords is the strength of compassion, the strength that the lion is by her side because of love, not because of fear or anger. And it's also giving permission to the inner child within us to be strong and to stand by ourselves because of love, because of our dreams, because of our desires. So let's go deeper. Show me deeply, Aquarius. July 2021, money and career. Show me deeply, Aquarius. July 2021, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. The Six of Pentacles. What side of ourselves are we going to feed more and more during this time? It's not even just people, those who give and those who take. During this time, it's going to be, do we feed the successful side of us? Do we feed this powerful side of us? Or do we feed the side of hurt and pain and disappointment? How do we find the balance? And how do we grow this balance within us, for us, and around us? Our subconscious chakra message is visualization, the third eye chakra. And this gets such a bad rap, visualization, because, we have, the secret that came out and everything like that said, if you visualize it, if you make a vision board, it'll come true. And we do that. And life is still a struggle. And we don't manifest exactly what it is that we've been visualizing about. Life throws us curveballs. When it comes to the third eye chakra, when it comes to visualization, here's the really cool thing and the really scary thing about it. The mind does not know the difference between make-believe and reality. That's why we can get so involved in TV shows and in books. That's why when you watch little kids watching, they're in it. They feel like it's real, and the characters become their best friends. With visualization, what we are doing is we are setting the pathway within our mind to say anything is possible. This dream that I have, I've walked it. I've lived it. I've succeeded at it. So then when I have to walk it and live it in real life, I have this confidence. I have this success around me. Visualization is preparation. It's getting our minds ready for it. It's like teaching a child how to read so that they can understand the complexity of stories. Or it's telling them stories, having them understand words. That's better, because stories are understood within the mind, so that they can then hear complex stories and put it all together and see the depth of knowledge and the depth of wisdom to it. And that's what we're doing here for ourselves. We're laying down the path. We're putting down the breadcrumbs so that we can follow them and we can see where our dreams lead us. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Chariot. Subconscious and conscious self pulling us in different directions. A sense of emotions becoming overwhelming and overpowering. We're going to be very drawn to people who have extremes during this time. Extremes emotionally, extremes success-wise. We have to be very mindful not to be caught up in their extremes. Our subconscious energy that grounds us is the Nine of Swords, nightmares. The Nine of Swords is nightmares, doubts, and fears. We have the success coming. We fear the fall. We have the fall. We fear the success. Which might sound funny to say, but there is a fear there. There's a fear of success. It's like, okay, well, I succeeded now. I just have to pull this off again. And what if I don't? What if I don't? What if everything falls apart? With the Nine of Swords, we have to get out of our own heads and our own ways. And that's hard. To get out of your own way is hard. to not let the worry, the doubt, the fear come in. And that's what we're battling against. And that's what we have to dig deeper for. Ask the questions, be the page, obtain the knowledge. Our subconscious energy that crowns us is the Queen of Swords. We go from being the page to being the queen. Majesty, success, bounty, abundance, breaking down barriers, and moving ourselves forward in a very real way. Remember, we're represented by the swords in the major arcana, in the minor arcana. The Queen of Swords is the warrior queen. We are warriors, and we will not be held back, and we will not be denied. The Queen of Swords, though, unlike the king, is not center stage. She's a lot happier being behind the scenes, being the director behind the scenes, looking at things, connecting things, and embracing it that way. So we don't need to be center stage during this time, but we need to embrace our power and our truth. Our subconscious energy that brings us deeper is the Empress. We are creating and cultivating something beautiful. We are finding the power and the wisdom within our voice, within a part of us that we thought we lost. And now we are bringing it forward during this time to create and to express ourselves in a way that we thought we never could, or we thought would be denied. All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the bounty that is to come. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius.